Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Easy Classes, India's first institute with portability facility. Portability. This word might be familiar to you if you've watched our previous video. If not, no worries, I will brief it out for you. It is very much similar to mobile number portability. There, if you're not satisfied with the service of the SIM or the network, you have option to switch to other network. Similarly, in our education system, if you're not satisfied with the teaching quality of teachers, you can get your entire fees refunded by our institution. I'm Pradeep Kumar, presenting you the second video of organization series in English, which is also being made in Hindi, and the link of the video is provided in the description box below. So let's start the topic of the day, World Bank. So first we are going to see what are the topics covered in this video. That means today's agenda. So the first we are going to see what is World Bank, its history, the structure of organization, objective of World Bank, how it functions, and at the end we will see what reports are published by World Bank. So let's start. What is World Bank? The World Bank is an international financial institution that provides loans to the country of the world for capital project. World Bank was formed on July 1945. Its headquarters is in Washington, D.C., and the present president of World Bank is Jim Yong Kim. This comprises of two institutions. The first is International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, IBRD. It has 189 member countries. And the second institution is International Development Association. It has 173 member countries. The World Bank is a component of World Bank Group. It is not a single organization. This World Bank Group, it consists of several components, out of which one is World Bank. Here, we are going to learn a little bit about the World Bank Group. So World Bank Group consists of 5 agencies, which are as following. The first agency, the International Bank of Reconstruction and Development, IBRD, which was established in 1945. It is also a part of World Bank, which provide debt financing on the basis of sovereign guarantees, that is, promised by the government to discharge liability in case of its default loan. The second agency is the International Finance Corporation, IFC, which was established in 1956, which provides various forms of financing without sovereign guarantees, primarily to the private sector. Now we can see the difference over here. IBRD provide loans with the sovereign guarantee, whereas IFC provide loan without sovereign guarantee. The third agency here is International Development Association, which was established in 1960, which provides concessional financing, which is interest-free loans or grants, usually with sovereign guarantees. The fourth agency is the International Center for Settlement of Investment Dispute, established in 1965, which works with the government to reduce investment risk. And the fifth and the last agency is Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, MIGA, which was established in 1988, which provide insurance against certain type of risks, including political risk, primarily to private sector. Now next, we are going to see history of World Bank. It was created at 1944 Bretton Woods Conference along with International Monetary Fund. The intention behind founding of the World Bank was to provide temporary or short-term loans to low-income countries which were unable to obtain loan commercially. The bank may also make loans and demand policy reform from recipients. Now let's see what is organizational structure of World Bank. The organization of World Bank consists of Board of Governors, the Board of Executive Directors, the Advisory Committee, the Loan Committee, the President, and other staff members. All the power of the bank are vested in Board of Governors, which is the supreme policy-making body of the bank. The board consists of one governor and one alternative governor appointed for 5 years by each member country. Each governor has voting power, which is related to financial contribution of the government which he represents. The Board of Executive Directors consists of 21 members. 6 of them are appointed by 6 largest shareholders, namely United States of America, the United Kingdom, West Germany, France, Japan, and India. The rest of the 15 members are elected by remaining countries. Each executive directors hold voting power in proportion to shares held by his government. The board of executive directors meet regularly once a month to carry on routine working for bank. The president of bank, that is head, is appointed by the board of executive directors, that is representative of all member countries. He or she is chief executive of bank and is responsible for conduct of day-to-day business of the bank. The advisory committee is appointed by board of directors. Advisory committee consists of 7 members who are experts in different branches of banking. There is also another body known as loan committee. This committee is consulted by the bank before any loan is extended to any member country. Now the next topic is objectives of World Bank. So we are going to see all the objectives. The very first objective is to provide long-term capital to member countries for economic reconstruction and development. The second objective is to promote long-term balanced growth of international trade. The third objective is to promote private foreign investment. The next objective is to help the economies of those countries destroyed by wars. The next and the last is to promote capital investment in member countries by following ways. The first is to provide guarantee on private loans or capital investment, and the second is if private capital is not available even after providing guarantees, then IBRD provides loan for the productive activities on consideration condition. Now we are going to see what are the functions of World Bank. The very first function of the World Bank is World Bank provide various technical services to member countries. For this purpose, the bank has established the Economic Development Institute and a staff college in Washington. The second function of World Bank is that it can grant loans to member countries up to 20% of its share in the paid-up capital. The third function is the quantities of loan, interest rate, and terms and conditions are determined by the bank itself. The next function is bank grant loans for a particular project duly submitted to the bank by the member country. The fifth and the very important point is the debtor nation has to repay either in the reserve currency or in the currency in which the loan was sanctioned. The next function is bank also provide loan to private investors belonging to member countries on its own guarantee. But for this loan, private investor have to seek prior permission from those countries where this loan amount will be collected. Now we are going to see the last topic of the day, that is report published by World Bank. There are 2 reports published by World Bank which are ease of doing business and the second is World Development Report, and we will also be relating these 2 reports to the current scenario. The very first report that is being published by World Bank is ease of doing business. If we talk about India's context, India jumped 23 ranks in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business Index 2018 to 77 from 100 in 2070s among 190 countries. The Ease of Doing Business reports rank countries on the DTF, means basis of distance to frontier, a score that shows the gap of an economy to the global best practice. The World Bank has recognized India as one of the top improver for the year. This year, India features among the report's list of the top 10 improvers for the second year in a row, and only one in BRICS to feature in this list. So there might be several reasons or factors why there is improvement in ease of doing business in India. So let's see what are the factors. The very first factor is improving MSME sector. India's strong reform agenda to improve the business climate for small and medium scale enterprises bearing fruits. The second factor is faster registration process. Starting a business was made easier through consolidation of multiple applications from an introduction of a goods and services tax, while getting electricity was made faster and cheaper. The third factor was infrastructural development and fiscal reform. Government focus on logistic and supply chain central initiative and fiscal reform like insolvency and bankruptcy code helped in promoting trade and business. The next factor is reduction in corruption, a very important factor. Many initiatives such as Aadhaar, making registration online, acceptance of electronic signatures, etc. has been taken. In fact, there has been a considerable year-on-year fall in number of companies that viewed corruption as major barrier from 51% in 2015 to 25% in 2017. That means 25% of corruption has been reduced within these 2 years just because of these online initiatives. The next factor is improvement in construction permit. It was improved by implementing the single window clearance system in Delhi and the online building permit approval system in Mumbai. The last factor is improvement in trading across borders. It was achieved by reducing the time and cost to export and import through various initiatives, including the implementation of electric sealing of courier, upgrading of port infrastructure, and allowing main amendment in Companies Amendment Ordinance 2018. Now the next report that is being published by World Bank is World Development Report. Recently, World Bank released the World Development Report with the theme The Changing Nature of Work. The first point under World Development Report is technology reshaping the skill. There is an increasing demand for three types of skill, that is advanced cognitive skill such as complex problem solving, socio-behavioral skill such as teamwork, and skill combination that are predictive of adaptability such as reasoning and self-efficacy. The second point is change in nature of employment. There is a shift in employment from manufacturing to service in high income countries, while in some developing countries it's increasing in manufacturing sector. So this was all about the World Bank. I hope you have understood all the basic points regarding World Bank. If you have any issues or any queries, you can always ask in the comment box. Thank you for watching the video, and we'll meet again in the next video of organization series. Thank you.